interestingly, how we got in touch with Cricket New South Wales was through the Multicultural Action Plan.
Our purpose as an organisation is to inspire everyone to play and love cricket. We have a wildly important goal within Cricket New South Wales, which is to double our number of 5 to 12-year-olds playing the game.
Have you heard of the ITCC, International Tapeball Cricket Council?
If you're not, then you should get out and play. And what we also encourage you to do is to get out and help out.
Hello and welcome to the Cricnix YouTube channel. Today we are here at Cricket New South Wales and we have got with us Martin Gleeson. So welcome to the channel, Martin. How are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you, and thanks for the opportunity to be here. It's great to hopefully have a chance to have a look around the facility here, and yeah, looking forward to having a chat.
Yeah, okay, cool. Now we have already seen the facility once before. It's actually beautiful, and we'll have some shots for the audience as well. Before we kick off, Martin, we just want to ask, what's your current role with Cricket New South Wales? Just very briefly for our audience who are looking this.
Yeah, so I'm the General Manager of Community Cricket Experience, which means that I look after the team that works with the cricket community. So in a New South Wales context, that's probably everything from shires and below. So I have a team of cricket managers who work with local clubs. Also have a team of blast specialists who their role is to run cricket blast programs, engage in schools to be able to get more kids into the game, and then a team of competition coordinators that help deliver competitions across the state, which is only a relatively new place that we've been involved with, but then my role is to kind of coordinate that strategy, to be able to work with key stakeholders, and to be able to work with our staff in being able to support the community as best as we can.
Okay, excellent. Well, actually, interestingly, how we got in touch with Cricket New South Wales was through the Multicultural Action Plan, which it's pretty popular these days, and we also Usman Khwaja basically giving an interview on that. That's how I actually got how I got across it, and. So what you mentioned a good word that you look after this strategy. So what is the overarching strategy at this stage for Cricket New South Wales, looking at the next 4 or 5 years and working towards those targets?
Yeah, our purpose as an organisation is to inspire everyone to play and love cricket. It's as simple as that, and everything we do works towards that aim. Our first option is we want people to play the game. And there's certainly some data around participation, the impact of participation, but also then the commercialisation that comes from that. We have a wildly important goal within Cricket New South Wales, which is to double our number of 5 to 12-year-olds playing the game by the 25-26 season, or the end of the 26 season. We're on our way to that path now. It is very much about getting more kids involved in the game, introducing new kids to the game, but then also being able to provide support to clubs through volunteers who are delivering junior teams, who might be delivering senior competitions as well, and be able to support the ecosystem across kind of from cradle to grave, if you like.
Okay, all right. So just from that question, I would like to ask, what are the resources available for, just in general for not just the multicultural part, I'd say, but just in general for anyone who wants to start cricket or who is at a very young age, what resources Cricket New South Wales provides for them, for them to participate and maybe make it to the next level and to the ultimate level of playing for the Australian cricket team?
Yeah, it really depends on the age, but our first introduction to the game is through Cricket Blast, which is a engagement competition or program rather than a competition. No pads, no helmets. It's really to introduce the skills of cricket. Mostly run by volunteers in clubland. The support we provide to those volunteers, we help train them, we help resource them. The kids that enter the Cricket Blast program get a cricket bat plus also a shirt with their name on it, and helps to kind of engage at that level and to start that journey as a cricketer. And one of the things I think that's quite developed within the Australian system is a participation pathway from that entry level space in that sort of 5 to 10 age group through to junior cricket, to representative cricket, and then into senior cricket, and then, depending on the abilities of the individual, into being able to play either state underage or zone competitions or whatever that might be.
Okay, all right. And is there a process in place that allows Cricket New South Wales to collaborate with the local cricket communities and clubs? Like, how does that look like in a layman's language?
Yeah, it's a really important part of what we do. We have staff right across the state. There's about 60 community cricket staff across New South Wales, and they're based from Albury through to Ballina and Lismore. So they're and out in Dubbo and all parts of the state.
Basically covering everything.
And their role is to work with the community, to understand the needs of the community, to be able to serve the community's cricket needs, and whether that's volunteer support, whether that's training, whether that's resourcing, but also to be able to lead them on what's next for that community. And that might be everything from engaging some volunteers to start a new cricket club, might be to training a group of volunteers to be able to run a cricket blast centre. It might be employing a casual staff member to deliver programs in schools. So we try and work, if you like, in the strategic sense, but then also in a very, very local environment to serve what the community needs.
Oh, that's excellent, and good to know about that. We, as you might know, we organize Tapeball cricket in Sydney, and we have been doing that for the past 1 year now. I have a couple of questions in relation to that. Firstly, and since you're in so much involved in community cricket experience, the booking of grounds is a pain for us and for a lot of people who just people just want to play and they want to book a ground, right? It's very simple. You should just go online, click a button, and it should be done. But it's way more complex than that, and we have been doing that for about a year now, juggling a lot of priorities. And since it's not a registered cricket club, so all the issues that we have. But not talking from our perspective, any person who wants to book a ground and basically play cricket, is there any plan to basically ease that process a little, or is it gonna stay the same, unfortunately, because of all the hierarchies and everything?
I'd like to say there's an easier way.
Yeah.
In many ways, it depends on how council structure that process. And as a local government owns those grounds for the most part, which means that the booking processes are normally dictated to or normally controlled by council. With, I guess, the council's concerns at times around insurances and health and safety, etc. That probably does make it difficult for somebody just to be able to book a ground to be able to play on a Sunday afternoon or whatever else, particularly if they're not involved in a club or in a more formal competition. We can provide a little bit of support for that, for the right environment that's been offered, but it is more difficult from a personal perspective, and it really is understanding your council limitations, what their processes are, and being able to work with them, because it's not standard across
That's
local
the other
governments.
thing. It's not even one standard, right?
Yeah,
Like
that can be difficult.
yeah, okay. So there are it's, and I think the overall impression that I'm getting that unfortunately it's going to remain the same for at least the foreseeable future, right? Because it's not governed by Cricket New South Wales. It's different organizations. Okay.
And it's probably the other part to that is that it probably illustrates in a number of areas where we're actually quite light on facilities, where there's not enough facilities around, which means in some places it can be really difficult to get access to a field because it's been used for something else. And one of our challenges as a sport, as we continue to grow, is being able to find enough places for people to play and for people to be able to continue their playing journey. It's something we work really closely with local government to be able to identify new fields, to be able to create efficiencies in the way grounds are booked with maintenance, etc. So it is a bit of a work in progress.
Okay. Hopefully we'll have more grounds, to play in the near future. And the last question I had with you, Martin, was so in relation to tape ball cricket, which is also known by the name of tape tennis cricket. What are your thoughts about it as to can it be a branch of cricket in the near future in Australia? Is there a future for that? Can people, especially from the South Asian descent, are very close to it? Can they celebrate that in the next 5, 10 years in Australia? What do you see
Yeah.
the landscape?
I think absolutely. One of the things I think we're getting better at as a sport is understand if you like cricket historically has kind of got a 100-year-old delegate system, has been played on a Saturday afternoon, training 2 nights a week. It's kind of got a really traditional shape to it, and that's been what cricket has been. Over the last 3 to 5 years, and this is moving quite quickly, is there's a greater understanding that there's other forms of cricket, and associations are starting to understand that not everybody wants to play 2-day cricket all day on Saturdays. Opportunities to play, and maybe the advent of T20 has helped to accelerate this a little bit. That tape ball cricket, tennis ball cricket, indoor cricket, other formats of the game are a genuine opportunity for people to stay engaged that maybe don't necessarily want to give up Saturdays, or they have work commitments or other issues. And for those that might be new to the game, it's kind of a good pathway into the game. So we're really keen to work with community on what their needs are and what format they like to play, and then work out ways that we can help and support that, whether that's grounds, whether that's competition administration, whether it's helping to provide a little bit of scale. We're really keen for that conversation.
That's excellent. And in fact, just from our personal experience, we have seen in the last year or so, there were so many people who hadn't played cricket in the last 10, 12 years, right? But they showed up to play. Why? Because it's convenient. You don't need any, a bag or anything. You just show up, you play. It's less prone to injury as well as compared to the regular cricket ball. So we have had that experience, and yeah, we can say that firsthand that a lot of people get into it. Even like kids who don't play that much cricket or not that much into cricket, they have also expressed their interest in playing tape ball cricket. So yeah, we definitely agree with that sentiment, and hopefully we'll see some sort of a official Cricket New South Wales or Cricket Australia tournament in the near future for tape ball cricket.
Yeah, and if probably one of the considerations is of how formal we make it, and certainly the one of the successes of a format of cricket like that is that people play because it suits them, and it might mean that they don't play every week. They may have somebody else sub in for them, or whatever that might be. Of being able to find that mix between growing a competition and then also providing a local environment for people to be involved with, and I think we can do that.
Yeah, okay, perfect. I'll tell you something interesting as well. Have you heard of the ITCC, International Tape Ball Cricket Council?
No, I haven't.
So there is one, there is an International Cricket Council. Apparently, quite a few countries are a part of it as well, including Canada, US, Pakistan. So yeah, we would, love, as a tape ball enthusiast, we would love Australia to be a part of that in some capacity in future. So
it's worth looking at for sure.
Yeah, okay. Thank you so much for your time, Martin. Before you sign off, would you like to say anything to our audience, who are listeners? Anything you want to mention about cricket, engagement, multicultural activities?
Just to one, thank you for your time, and it's great to see and just the conversation we had before of your understanding of the game, the work that you're doing, recognising that you've got a day job to do as well. Yes. And one of the great things about the sport, I think, is that people are prepared to give time to it and for people to be in play, and we certainly encourage and within the South Asian community in particular, we're working really hard to be able to engage in community. Our participation numbers are really good in the South Asian community. One thing we're looking to get better at is the coaching side of things, being able to bring coaches through, and hopefully then be able to bring the next generation of Jason Sanger and the next generation of Usman Khawaja and some of these guys to be able to make sure that there's an opportunity for them to play at the elite level. And certainly within my sphere is about making sure the environment is the right one at community. whether that's supporting our volunteers or our players. So for those of you watching this that are interested in cricket, then if you're playing it, that's great. If you're not, then you should get out and play. And what we also encourage you to do is to get out and help out, whether that's to volunteer in some capacity or help with your local club or get involved in being able to put games on rather than just playing in them as well.
Okay, thank you. That's excellent. Thank you so much, Martin. Thanks for your time.
Thank you very much.